Welcome back to the universe, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at some shocking and creepy TikToks, as well as some viral current events that are unfolding at this time. Let's get to it.
Don't eat Jimmy John's, don't eat Burger King, don't eat Five Guys, don't eat McDonald's, don't eat Flurry Queen, don't eat In-N-Out, don't eat Nando's, don't eat Dunkin' Donuts, don't eat Outback, don't eat Chili's, don't eat Waffle House, don't eat Sonic, don't eat 7-Eleven, don't eat Wawa, don't eat Subway, and definitely don't eat from IHOP because all of these foods are very poisonous to the human body and will lower your lifespan.
Living with 100,000 cockroaches and earning $10,000 for each day you stay.
Oh,
this
hell no.
was the challenge Akun accepted. At first, he was confident, but as more cockroaches were added to the room, his resolve began to falter. The cockroaches infiltrated every corner, even creeping into the mattress and blankets, forcing Akun to abandon the bed. He found a temporary refuge by converting the sofa into a fortress, lifting it off the floor to reduce contact with the cockroaches. Despite his efforts, the situation only grew worse. By noon, the producers brought Akun a meal, and after cautiously inspecting it for cockroaches, he ate, impressed by his own adaptability. The producers also gave him a cockroach-repellent pen, claiming it would keep the insects away, but it failed miserably, and the cockroaches crossed the line he drew without hesitation.
There's different species in there, too.
As the day progressed, Akun tried to distract himself by reading and playing games. At dinner, however, he found cockroaches inside the meal box, but fortunately the food remained protected. Akun disinfected it and continued his meal, followed by a relaxing cup of tea. Later, the producers announced a task. Akun had to find a specific cockroach with a number on its belly. Though reluctant, he began his search and eventually succeeded, earning a head net to protect himself from the cockroaches while sleeping. But when bedtime came, the producers cut the lights, plunging Akun into darkness. Cockroaches crawled over him, and despite seeking refuge on his makeshift fortress, the unstable stool leg gave way, leaving him tumbling to the floor.
Why'd you jump on it?
As the night dragged on, Akun reached his breaking point. After enduring 24 hours in the infested room, he decided to quit the challenge. In the end, the producers still awarded him $10,000 for his effort. Now, if it were you, how long do you think you could last?
Man. How long do you think you can last? Let me know in the comments. I can only last about 30 seconds.
There's a documentary that you guys need to watch. It's called The Grab documentary. This investigative journalist finds out that the new war is food and water. China does not have enough water to grow food for their own country. So that's why they're going into Africa, into the US, and buying up farmland to send it back to feed their own country. It basically just shows how vulnerable our world is, but also how America is just like letting in all these different countries, China, Saudi Arabia. What they're doing is depleting our resources. It's insane. But he's basically talking about how Russia right now is like melting away, so it's producing this like rich grassland, and it talked about how Putin is heavily investing in cattle right now and actually hiring US cattlemen to come live in Russia, continue growing the cattle farms. Really? It's showing how all these different countries are just trying to grow their infrastructure of food and water. Also, Ukraine is like one of the best spots in Eastern Europe for growing food. They said that Ukraine produces 23% of the world's grain. That was probably the reason that Russia is trying to take over Ukraine. It's like gaining more control of food.
Yeah, when you look at that, it actually makes sense why that they're trying to invade, slowly taking control of the food supply of the world.
So I keep telling people to stop drinking water. If you ever see those water cases in the store and they have plastic water bottles in them, stay away from those. Plastic water bottles are actually so toxic because when these food companies ship them, the plastic heats up and actually gets into the water. And plastic takes over 100 years to digest out of the body.
100 years?
These plastics actually lower testosterone and cause hair loss. Somebody asked, can I drink tap water? No, you can't, because tap water is one of the most sickening thing that you can put in your body. It contains iron.
Don't drink tap water.
Even taking shower is not safe. I always recommend people to use shower filters to get that disgusting chemicals out of water that are damaging the skin. The brand I use is Afina. It's a premium Japanese brand that filters all the nasty chemicals they put in tap water, and it's really good. So it will stop acne and hair damage.
If you can, definitely locate your closest water store and definitely use a shower filter. There's a lot of gross stuff in there that you don't want in you.
This is why you should never eat McDonald's French fries ever again. McDonald's French fries are straight up made with poison. Now, we all had fun with the Grimace shake because Grimace would kill you after you drank it, but what we never thought about was what the French fries were doing to us. All the French fries from McDonald's are made with the same type of potato, the russet Burbank potato. Despite being challenging and difficult to grow and crop, this potato is the preferred potato from McDonald's because it's really long, and that's what makes their signature French fries long. The problem is that they have a defect known as net necrosis, manifesting little brown lines all over it. And Ronald and the gang refused to purchase potatoes with imperfections, so to eliminate the problem, farmers spray it with the pesticide known as Monitor, which is so toxic that those tending to the Idaho potato fields must avoid venturing outside for 5 days after spring. And the potatoes must be stored in a massive atmosphere-controlled shed for a period of 6 weeks to allow the chemicals from the pesticide to off-gas completely, rendering the potatoes finally edible for consumption, or so they say.
Yo, you know those potatoes are pure poison if it takes 6 weeks to off-gas them, and then the farmers can't even come out for 5 days. That is crazy. Definite poison. Don't ever eat McDonald's fries ever again.
Large order fries for you right here.
The devil himself has nightmares about being trapped inside this state-of-the-art prison. The thing that separates this place from every other prison on Earth is once an inmate enters through its front doors, he will never leave again. No yard time, no transferring, no visits, no phone calls, no outside world for the rest of his life.
Oh wow, your life is over.
Built in El Salvador in 2023 as part of their new strategy to lock up the most violent gang members. And it's working because the country has never been safer, as the people responsible for most of the crime live here now. The lights in the prison never shut off, and inmates don't even get a pillow or mattress to sleep on. The only thing they get is a bed sheet, and they will sleep on these cold, solid steel bunks for the rest of their lives. Privacy doesn't exist here. There's only 2 toilets per unit and no entertainment. All they have to do is sit there and think about the deadly crimes they committed, which led to them being there. But they do get to stand on the other side of the bars for 30 minutes a day to stretch, and that's the extent of the freedom they have.
Yo, no phone calls, no pillow, no visits, no yard time, no entertainment. They could never leave again. They're gonna die there. Yo, you better make sure you stop at every stop sign in El Salvador. We stopping at all the stop signs in El Salvador.
The biggest streamer in the world didn't want to go to this Hollywood party for a reason.
Becomes the first celebrity to ever speak out against Michael Rubin's all-white party. This creepy gathering of millionaires happens once a year, and everybody has to...
No one invited me.
This includes newcomer streamer Aiden Ross, who invited Kai Cenat to join him to the party on stream. Kai quickly declined the offer, sounding terrified doing so. Here's the video.
This is Michael Rubin's all-white party for July 4th. Would you like to go with me? No.
No.
Aiden Ross then responds in a confused tone, startled that Kai Cenat would not go. Kai then goes on to say he had his own party for July 4th. Kai then released the following video on July 4th, showing him not at a party and hoping that Aiden Ross is safe.
Aiden, you going to that Michael Rubin party today? Please, be tagged, please.
Oh my god.
Kai isn't himself, and he's obviously afraid or scared of something, meaning why he's stuttering. He then goes on to say, Aiden, just please
What
be
do you think they do
careful
at these parties?
and let me know afterwards.
Yo, more and more of these parties are being exposed for all their weird sort of dark rituals that they do. Why do you think Kai rejected that and was also nervous? Let me know in the comments.
You all need to see this so we can prepare. We all need to start getting ready for what's about to happen. A lot of people think that it's only in the southeast United States. It's about to be this whole half of the US. So really quickly, let's go over everything that's happening and about to happen, and then we'll go over the map and why this matters so much. First, allegedly, as of a few hours ago, the railroads are already stopping to take freight. And trust me, right through this, I'll show you so much more coincidentally at the same exact timing.
The railroads are starting to not take freight, refrigerated freight. They are starting to leave that right where it sits.
Already, right now, within this first red line you see right here, there is almost no gas, no water, no nothing, empty Walmarts, everything. Basically, half the population in these states don't even have power still. And it'll be weeks before they do have power. Let's get to this next line though. So you notice that other red line I showed you on the map. It's the whole East Coast, and over here by the Gulf, it's all filled up of all the ports that are going on strike October 1st. Not only will this cost $5 billion a day, look at the map. What do you know? The whole freaking East Coast and the Gulf is completely cut off. And then the whole Mid-Eastern, over here, Tennessee, North Carolina, etc. is all cut off. Are y'all starting to see the problem? Half of the United States may not be able to get refrigerated goods unless they're coming all the way from the West Coast.
Shipping ports along the East Coast, thousands.
That's a disaster.
This Tuesday,
I get the fair wages thing, but this is not a good time with what just happened with Helene. There's a possibility it could cut off half the food supply for half the United States. And just a coincidence, today we have the emergency broadcast system going off in the whole US. Unbelievable. Back to the map.
Oh, they're getting ready.
All the ports in the Gulf and the East Coast completely closed.
Look at that.
Right here, completely cut off. Just straight water.
Oh, come on.
Cities, nothing. Not to mention the shelter in place from Georgia from the biolab explosion. And as I've already told you, we are running out of everything right here. So if we can't get anything from the ports or from the railroads, where are we going to get it from? California, as well as a possibility of more hurricanes coming next week on the 5th. So I don't know what's going to happen.
What a disaster.
But I can tell you it's better to be safe than sorry. And if you're seeing this video on your For You page, let me know and let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm going to get myself an extra box of Ritz crackers for sure. Seriously though, stock up on your gas tank and extra food. Get ready. You don't know what's going to happen, just to keep your family safe.
They're starting to fill these bunkers up, y'all. And y'all keep thinking that this shit is a game, and it's not. So I know we all been realizing within the last 4 years, celebrities, companies, all different type of people been buying bunkers and building them inside of either the middle of the woods, y'all, the middle of the desert.
They're all stocking up and getting ready.
Mountains and all of that shit. Bunkers like these are all across the world, yo. Believe it or not. They're either in mountainsides, hills, underground, inside of the forest, in the middle of nowhere where people do not go, yo. And they're holding foods and perishables and stuff like that that's supposed to go through the apocalypse, yo. Now look, I zoomed in on this picture. You can actually see that there's stuff in these bunkers, yo. Look at that. Up to the ceiling there. Mind you, Oreo have their own bunker that's designed the same way to preserve their recipe, yo.
Why would Oreo need that?
Is math to y'all or not, but they're filling these things up for what?
Yeah, for what is the question. So that structure that you see right there, that's actually the World Food Bank. They've been stocking up on seeds from pretty much everything for many years now. And that's the video for today. Guys, thank you for joining me. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can continue seeing videos like this. And we'll see you in the next.